It is Sunday, August 29th. We'll be dealing with critical and pivotal fire weather today. Everything changes after today, so today is going to be one of the biggest days for the firefight and in containing this wildfire, the Caldor Fire. Let's take a look at it. It's been burning overnight and getting so close to Sierra Tahoe. Just right here, you can actually see portions of the ski lift, and over that ridge is that fire just glowing in the night sky. We've also seen other images very similar. This is near LEEK Springs. You can see just the underglow underneath those trees of all that fire that's been burning, all the smoke overnight. An inversion layer just over the area. That's basically warmer temperatures at a higher altitude right in between where the surface is a little cooler and a little higher above that is cooler as well. So it's this thermal belt that happens here. It keeps things a little calmer when it comes to winds, temperatures as well as warmer. And then we're also seeing that the firefight in these conditions can be handled a little better. The problem is in the overnight hours, we do deal with some of those downslope winds that push through and can also start pushing that fire right back up terrain because it has something to grasp onto. Let's talk about the Caldor Fire overnight. Yesterday was a crucial day as well, as fire crews had to deal with trying to contain the fire from spreading into Strawberry. So here's where we're looking at the leading edges of the fire. The red dots here are the strongest fire activity pushing towards Strawberry. And yesterday we saw that the lines here, there were just crews of people along 50 just trying to contain it back, doing back burns so that the fire that they can control will meet up with the existing fire currently. What we look at overnight is that an east wind usually pushes in overnight and pushes some of the fire back the opposite way. And this is where we can get some spot fires, fires that just pop up kind of out of nowhere, a little short range and sometimes even long range fires where embers fly over miles and then land and then start a new fire. That is not what we want to see, but could see from Monday to Tuesday. In the last couple of days, yesterday and into today, we could see shorter range spot fires where they only kind of move maybe a couple hundred feet or so. Now, overnight hours, we see that easterly wind pushing some of these fires toward the west. This is of concern because areas that have been evacuated, even though this is the leading edge of the fire, the head of the fire, these zones here near Grizzly Flats and Somerset just down there are still evacuated because some of these spot fires, just like the one closer to Slide Park, could make its way down toward the west again through the overnight hours. So they're still under those mandatory evacuations because of that potential. Now, in the daytime hours, the shift in winds happen where we get winds coming in out of the west off the ocean and then push toward the east, toward the Sierra. That pushes the fire eastward toward areas of South Lake Tahoe. And that's not what we want to see, of course, because we love our Lake Tahoe area as well. And a lot of these homes in the area continue to grow because as you start getting from Strawberry toward areas of Tahoe, a lot more cabins, a lot more homes, things of that nature. So we're trying to at least stop the spread as much as possible, and things are changing quickly. So today is going to be one of the last crucial days to try to get as much of the air tankers, the retardant over the area to try to stop the spread, the hand crews, the bulldozers, everything they can. They're throwing at it with nearly 3,500 people on the front lines there trying to just contain it as much as possible. Unfortunately, spot fires have a whole new mind of its own, pretty much. It's Mother Nature just dragging an ember further away where fire crews just can't handle it. Early this morning, we're looking at visibility limited to about 1 mile to 2 miles around the Caldor Fire and areas in the foothills to Truckee, South Lake Tahoe. We're looking at 3 miles in visibility. Now, this is a little bit better than yesterday morning at this time when visibility was about 1 mile for everyone. 7 miles in the valley, so a little better as well for valley spots. Yesterday, we were down about 4 miles in visibility, so things have improved slightly overnight. And as we start moving from Monday to Tuesday, they do expect to get better visibility, but of course worse because the winds are pushing flames and fire toward the east. Let's take a look at our smoke forecast. This also helps paint the picture of what we see when we see those flames moving. Now, as we start moving from Sunday 11 p.m., you notice here that the air quality pretty much throughout the day looks like this: orange, yellow, greenish spots. That is moderate to unhealthy for sensitive group air quality. The orange and red is unhealthy air quality. Once we get to the dark maroons and purples, now we're looking at very unhealthy to hazardous air quality. I'm talking over 500 with the air quality index, and just so bad you can't even breathe in that stuff. You shouldn't be breathing in that. And then we're going to look at that really just targeting areas around the Caldor Fire, Arnold, and South Lake Tahoe as we get to the overnight hours. By Monday, 11 a.m., that's where we start to see the shift here happening because we're going to start to see winds picking up. For your Sunday, here's what we're looking at in terms of air quality. Unhealthy to very unhealthy from Sacramento to the foothills. And then areas like the San Joaquin, Stanislaus County spots, as well as Yolo, Solano, unhealthy for sensitive group air. Now, the winds are going to be calm to light today, and that's what we've been looking at through the morning hours. They're going to continue that way, as much as about 8-mile-per-hour winds through the foothills. And then by tomorrow, we'll see anything from 15 to 20-mile-per-hour winds over some of the ridges here, with gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. We do have some watches and warnings that are going to take place starting Monday. That's 11 a.m. to Tuesday, 11 p.m. with the fire weather watch in this tan shade. This is for stronger winds right around the Caldor Fire and for these zones. The fire weather warning, that's the red zone here. That's a red flag warning over the crest, because the Sierra Crest here is what's going to be dealing with some of the strongest winds. So take a look at this. The strongest winds, they start coming in right around here. You're looking at 4 p.m. Monday. They really start to pick up over the crest and over the Sierra. This is currently the zone where the Caldor Fire is, so they'll be moving up and over. Not good news. Firefighters trying to contain all this fire here. It could all really go back down from 19%, even as low as 10% or less. They could have zero containment by Monday, so we're hoping that the containment line stays and that these winds do not move the embers further. Of course, you can never guarantee that. And we're really trying to suppress everything by creating retardant lines, bulldozer lines, all those lines around the fire as much as possible for Sunday before Monday hits with the strong winds. Winds move through the coastal range as well, about 18 to 20 miles per hour. But again, these are just the sustained winds. We're not even talking about wind gusts that could pick up to 30 miles per hour. So really, Monday, Tuesday, crucial in the firefight. For Sunday to at least hold on to containment lines, but Monday, Tuesday could make all of that change quickly. We're looking at mid-90s on Monday, and then expect those mid-80s, a cooler day Tuesday, Wednesday. But again, that's because we're also getting some stronger winds, some cooler air pushing through, and that doesn't necessarily help out with the firefight. And then taking a look into next week, we'll expect to see those temperatures there into those mid-90s.